is an old game, but it's got that unique sort of graphical style. I mean, yes, it does look a bit dated in some places with the texture quality and stuff like that, but I think there's enough. Because some games age very well,
Right.
and some of them look terrible after like 3 years.
Right.
I mean, it depends on the art style and the engine and the render quality and stuff like that.
Yeah, this one's not bad.
It's not bad at all. I mean, this case, for example, it's obviously, there's not too much detail going on, but it looks fine. There's nothing wrong with it.
You know what's funny? This game was a handheld game. This is on the PSP.
Yeah, PSP.
PSP. I mean, it's crazy. This was a handheld game. I think just...
I doubt that, Fat Rabbit.
A DLC? No. Don't think so, my friend. After I'm done this, next solo game that I'm gonna play, besides, because I do want to get back to Van Helsing and Death Trap and stuff like that, but after I'm done, yeah, we'll get to it. After I'm done Crisis Core, though, my next solo game, I think just for some lighthearted fun to change the pace up a little bit, because these are all like big super RPG games that I've been playing, like long RPG grindy games. I think for just a little change of pace, I'm going to be playing this Saturn version of Sonic 3D Blast. It's a little Sonic the Hedgehog game that I really enjoyed that back in the day on Sega Genesis. It's called Sonic 3D Blast. Oh, that's the boss.
I do like the longer games like RPGs or Grand Strategy or stuff like that, but every now and again I do like a good sort of like high action, fast paced game, like for example Bulletstorm FPS, released by Epic Games a couple of years ago. That's just like over the top, good old fashioned FPS fun, just clearing a whole room with a few buttons and stuff like that. It's just a nice change of pace to fire up every now and again. And I'll play through the campaign of that, which is like 8 to 10 hours, I guess, and just do it in like a couple of days.
Yeah. Well, nothing was up there anyway. I got into all those battles for no reason. But yeah, I really enjoyed Sonic 3D Blast on Sega Genesis, right back in the day when I had a Genesis. It was like a groundbreaking game because it was an isometric view 3D for Sega Genesis. It was like, wow, this is really revolutionary for the time. But apparently they came out with the game on Sega Saturn, which was the superior version with better graphics, and it had FMVs and everything in it in between the chapters and all. So I never saw that version yet. I never owned a Sega Saturn until recently. So after this, I think I'm going to... that game's about 8 hours, 8 to 10 hours, if that. Maybe even shorter. So, and that's with getting all the Chaos Emeralds and stuff like that, with the special stages and all. So I think I'm just going to blow through that. I already have a layout made on XSplit and everything for it, so... And then, after Sonic 3D Blast is going to be Mega Man Legends, which was another one of my favorites back in the day for PlayStation, the PlayStation 1. You miss my assassin genre games? Is the new Hitman any good? The new Hitman beta is out right now for PlayStation Plus members.
It is, yeah.
And I was thinking about checking it out, but I'm going to be getting the Hitman game anyway, more than likely, because my friend, Jason, who I'm going to be playing Mortal Kombat with, you guys know him, he's picking it up for PS4, and I think there's a multiplayer component, so I'll probably get it too, so we can play that together.
I still need to play Assassin's Creed 4. I picked it up on Steam.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed 4?
In the last sale. In the last sale. I've never played any of the Assassin's Creed games, but a lot of people say that 4 was pretty good.
Yeah.
And it's got the whole, it's like set in like the Age of Sail and all the pirate ships and stuff like that, and I kind of like that stuff anyway.
Okay, so you would probably enjoy it, yeah.
So I picked it up on the last sale. I paid like $3.99 for it or something like that, and I loaded it up just to make sure it was all okay and figured it right. And I played for like maybe half an hour, and I never went back to it. I think I got distracted by some other games because I did like what I saw.
Yeah, it's a decent game. I played all of Assassin's Creed 1. We'll talk about a repetitive game. Assassin's Creed 1 is very repetitive, but That was
the
just the
first
nature
game
of
in
it.
an IP
Yeah.
like that usually is a bit rough around the
Yeah,
edges. and
yeah,
by
it was
the
just-
second, third, they start polishing it.
Exactly. But in my opinion, Assassin's Creed 2 was the best one. It's set in Italy in the Renaissance, and it was just
Yep.
it was just a fun setting, a fun game. It added all these elements of like RPG elements and collecting and upgrading equipment and stuff that the first game didn't have. It was just like a nice, refreshing. It was good. It was just a nice game. It was long, so I liked that. Then they had like all these spin-offs of Assassin's Creed 2 with the same character, Ezio. They had
Yep.
Brotherhood and Revelations and all that, and I played all those. I never played Assassin's Creed 3 or 4. So,
Well, a bunch of people say that 3 was. I mean, obviously fans of the genre who are invested in the character.
yo, Tricky Jockin, what's up? Sorry, Sadik. What's going on, Tricky? Thanks so much for coming around and sticking around for a little bit here. What's going on, man? Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so 3. Some people are saying that it wasn't as good as the other ones, but I guess if you're invested in the story and the character, then
Yeah.
that's enough to probably carry you through.
Yeah. So, I never did 3 or 4, but then Assassin's Creed Unity I played, and wait a minute, this is the boss. Oh, I have a whole. You know what? Screw it. I'm not really gonna go back for those chests. What are in those chests that I honestly need at this point? Nothing.
Unity had a really dodgy launch, didn't it? That's the one in France, isn't it?
What's that?
Unity, the one
Unity
in
was
France.
yes. So
It looked really good.
it
And
was.
NPC density in the city and stuff looked really fantastic.
It
but
was.
It had a really flaky launch, from what I remember.
And it did. That's what I was just gonna say. But I played it after they patched
But they
it.
did fix it.
They did fix
patch
it.
up.
And that's when I played it, and it was actually good. I liked it.
The problem with games like that, though, you have, I mean, Ubisoft and Activision and companies like that, they do a lot of advertising and a lot of hype
Right,
for
they hype
an
them up a
upcoming
lot.
big title, and it needs to make that big impact in like the first week or so. And if
Exactly.
everyone is saying, "Oh, this game crashes, this game's unplayable, 20 FPS, etc., etc., that's the stuff that people are going to remember.
Right.
I mean, look at Diablo 3. So many people who I talked to, and they were like, "Oh yeah, Diablo 3. I remember that game. Didn't like it." But back in May 2012, Diablo 3 wasn't all that good.
No, it wasn't.
All the cool stuff from beta was missing. There was no end game. There was a lot of broken scaling. It wasn't until patch 103, 104 and all that sort of stuff, and then Nuke 2.0, and then the other game, oh bloody hell, what's it? Expansion, Reaper Souls. I completely forgot it for a second. Reaper
Yeah.
Souls and stuff, and then all the new end game content where they got the proper dedicated team and Jay Wilson went out the door.
Right.
It's a completely different game.
It's a completely different game.
And I keep
Completely.
saying to people, it's such an amazing game now. I mean, obviously we're burnt out on it a bit now, but it's
Yeah,
still
but
an
it is
amazing
still an
game.
amazing game. Yeah.
But a lot of people I talk to, only thing that they really remember is obviously the bad launch, the Era 32s and the 3003s and the stale gameplay and the limited this and the no end game that, and that's what sticks with people.
That's what sticks with them, exactly. But yeah, I mean, I think, you know, I jumped into and played Assassin's Creed Unity at the right time because it had just been patched, and you know, I really enjoyed it. I did a whole playthrough of it. I streamed it. I put it on YouTube. It's great. I loved it. But I actually got the DLC for it too, and I said that I was going to be playing it, and I never did. But you know, of course now they have Assassin's Creed Syndicate, which is the newest one out. I haven't played that one yet.
Conflict resolved.
That's apparently pretty decent too.
Yeah. I think what I'm going to do now is just kind of beeline straight for bosses, if I could find the bosses here, instead of trying to go get all the chests. Because at this point, I really don't need all the gil anymore. I got the helm, I got everything. It's basically now it's just the mission completion. It's just bringing that percentage up and completing all the missions. So there's no point, I don't think, in really... If I'm going to pass by a chest, I'll pick it up, but I don't think I have to explore these maps like I've been doing. because it's only going to give me items I already have.
Well, I say if you're just going to pick up trinkets that you've already got like 30 off, well, you have
Exactly.
30 off before you sold them, but
Modulating phase. Conflict resolved.
Unity gameplay was so much fun. Yeah, you liked helping solve the riddles. That was fun, trying to get those riddles all down. When you we found the little glyphs or the symbols on the buildings and we had to solve them. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I'll probably play the Assassin's Creed Unity DLC at some point, and then maybe Syndicate. It's just so many games, you know, I want to play. There's not enough time.
Assassin's Creed needs to work on more on current times, in my opinion. Doesn't seem complete without it. Yeah, it seems like they're creeping towards that. I mean, because they started off in like Renaissance Italy, and then
Yeah.
the New World, Age of Sail, and then the French Revolution in Victorian London. I mean, not being funny, but they're only like 100 years behind now. So
Right. Yeah. The more they have. Yeah.
Maybe they'll do like a,
Combat mode.
I don't know, like some World War II settings.
Well, here's the thing.
Or,
In Assassin's Creed Unity, there was a small segment that took place where you kind of fell in through this time rift and emerged in World War II. I think it was
Really?
Germany. Yeah, 1940s. And you were like running through. There were tanks and everything. You were like thrown right in the middle of World War II, and you had to escape. It was like a tiny little mission. And
maybe a little teaser then.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought too. I was like, this might be a teaser saying that eventually it's going to catch up to like modern times.
Combat mode.
I mean, I think the whole concept could still work.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when you start integrating like near and future, current and future tech into it. Get some,
Oh, sure.
you know, get some like a cloak stealth or something like that.
Activating combat mode.
However, they've also been avoiding. Yeah, I mean, they're gonna have to touch on that eventually. I mean,
Power surge.
it seems like they've done pretty much every other notable time period. I'm sure there's a couple, but I was about to say that they haven't really done anything in like feudal Japan or anything like that, but didn't they do like a mobile game that was at China or something?
They did like a mobile, spin-off game.
Yeah.
That took place in China. I think it was China.
I think feudal Japan could work, something like that. You're like a geisha or something.
Yeah. Oh, I got 2 Phoenix Downs as a reward for that mission. Nice.
Unless they just go straight to the future.
I hope they do World War I, World War II, you know, that kind of thing. Because there's so much in the 1900s that they can do. And then...
Next battlefield is going to be World War One, apparently.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Battlefield 5, World War One.
Okay. %, through the missions. 30 games
Nice.
later, they'll finish in the future. Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah, I'm not gonna go crazy with chests anymore. I'm trying to finish the missions now.
Well, they're not doing one this year.
No, they're
Assassin's
not.
Creed
They're
apparently.
not.
They're taking a year off. I don't know whether that's because they've got other games going. I mean, obviously Vision is this year and that releases soon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they have different studios for different games, but
Right.
maybe they just want to flesh it out a little bit.
Well, you know what it is too. The Assassin's Creed movie is in development now as well,
Oh, okay.
and I think the movie
staff working
they
on
might
that
want
one,
to.
too.
Yeah, exactly. They might want to hype or work on the movie more than a game for this year now.
Probably.
Activating combat mode.
They also may have people who do story for the game working on the movie, so you know they probably don't have enough people to do both.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I know that's not confirmed. A lot of stuff I saw was only rumours, but it's weird because like 2002 2002, 2003, it seemed like pretty